Shares of Nvidia looking to add to yesterday's 1% pop as investors brace for the chip giant's results after the bell tomorrow. Those numbers will be the latest test in investors' faith around the AI trade. For a closer look at the potential risk to the markets around Nvidia's results, let's bring in Tim Quast, founder and CEO of Market Structure Edge, which provides a quantitative decision support platform for active traders. Good morning, Tim. Thanks for joining us.
Frank, it's nice to see you. It's it's the middle of the night here in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, but the only thing I had to do was sleep, so I might as well join you. Well, so the way that we think about the movements in the market is mathematical. Maybe put the whole picture together. The sell side's estimates, the expectations from investors, and how people bet on outcomes.
You mentioned Nvidia, guys. Price targets on Nvidia, the average price target going into tomorrow night is up almost 8% in a month. That's the fastest increase in all year.
Okay, so I'm going to deviate from the orthodoxy. Right now, the orthodoxy says, what's demand China? What's demand China? No. It's about the total cost of ownership. Is Nvidia priced too high for its customers to make money? You came on the show. I asked you tough questions. You answered them foolishly. I am going to watch your show tonight to see what you say about me. And they always say the same thing. I don't have a TV show. I say, well, that's a point. You don't need him? You don't want him? Go ahead. Make my day. It's kind of like he's not really Clint. He's not Clint. No, he's not Clint. I'm reusing ChatGPT about the Lockheed. And I'm like, oh, please be right. Please be right. I'll feel like it's a lot more right. And it's also going to say, what are you really talking about here? You need to know, are you talking about what Lutnick said this morning? Because let me tell you what I think. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be like me talking to you.
All right,
I do love you.
Thank you. I love you too.
And I don't want you to be taken over by ChatGPT 6. How would ChatGPT 6 move his daughter into the door?
They can't.
Right.
They can't lift boxes and throw out there.
It's fabulous. It's one. And by the way, Core Weevil backed him up on that. Michael N. Trader.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know him from Jersey.
Yeah, I know.
Important with Nvidia is that it's actually under-owned by investors across the street. So this is not a stock that's crowded in investor portfolios. And Nvidia can earn in 2027 up to $8 a share. So on 2026 earnings, it's trading at about 25 to 30 times. So it is actually not an expensive stock. What investors are hoping for Nvidia is continued extreme bullishness around artificial intelligence demand. If we don't see that level of bullishness, it would be a negative for the stock. If we see any hiccup on Nvidia, it should be around perhaps supply chains and hiccups in supply production, but no hiccups at all on demand regarding AI. And we don't expect them to be anything but bullish around AI demand. Tech stocks in general are over 30% of the S&P 500's market cap, and they've accounted for about 2/3 of earnings growth in recent history. I expect that to continue, and that should continue to lead the U.S. market. So we are in the camp that Nvidia earnings should be strong and tech should continue to lead the markets going forward.
As we look ahead to Nvidia earnings tomorrow night, uncertainty around China still looming after reports that it halted production of its made-for-China chip. Our Christina Partsenevelos has more on what to expect, and obviously one of the most important prints of the quarter, KP.
Yeah, and so for Nvidia, this China story is really less about what just happened, what you just talked about, and more about what comes next. The company's latest quarter will almost certainly show zero revenue from China after the H20 export ban, which is a stark contrast to the estimated $16 billion backlog that Oppenheimer says existed when the ban actually hit in April. The stock, though, is trading near all-time highs. Look at that, trading at 181. The all-time high was around 184, but it faces a critical test. Can management provide any visibility on China's return? U.S. officials began granting limited licenses in August, but with the quarter ending on July 31st, a lot of Wall Street analysts just don't expect any immediate revenue recognition for China. Chinese authorities are also simultaneously pressuring domestic firms to buy local alternatives like Huawei chips, just as Nvidia is really trying to restart supply. And then there's recent reports suggesting Nvidia is already slowing H20 production due to this pushback, though the company only said it, quote, constantly manages supply chains to address market conditions. So somewhat of a vague answer that didn't really deny it. The wild card, though, is Nvidia's new B30 chip designed for China, with speculation that President Trump's administration could approve exports in the near term.
All right, I hope you're all doing great today. Before I say anything else, Nvidia announced in a press release today that many leading global enterprises have adopted Nvidia's RTX Pro servers. Jensen spoke earlier this year about how most of the world's enterprise IT had not even implemented AI yet, and he believes that bringing AI to the world's enterprise IT is an opportunity worth hundreds of billions of dollars. And today we have additional confirmation from Nvidia that they are moving forward and capitalizing on that opportunity, which is great news. Now let's get ready for Nvidia's earnings this Wednesday. According to FactSet, the consensus estimate for Nvidia's adjusted EPS is $1.01 on revenue of roughly $46.1 billion. We have seen many analyst price target upgrades just recently as we get closer to earnings. This raises the bar for Nvidia even higher than it already was. I think Nvidia is likely to report great numbers surpassing analyst estimates. At the same time, I have no idea how the market will react to the report. I think there will be three main areas of focus on this earnings call: margin guidance, the China situation, new chip into China, and if so, what will the U.S. government demand in return for that new chip being allowed into China? I do view China revenue as additional upside to what is already a great long-term setup, and any China revenue will be viewed as a positive by analysts since they are currently not factoring it into their model.